Hi, and welcome to this episode. So, I'm just going to fill you guys in on what I've already done on this canvas. It's actually an older canvas that used to hang in our bedroom, but I felt that I was ready to upgrade this painting that was once on here to a beautiful sunset with a water lily or a lotus flower in the foreground. So what I've done is there was a lot of texture on this canvas, so I really did quite a number of layers of geisha, acrylic geisha to prepare the ground for this painting. So it ended up giving me a very nice smooth surface that I will definitely want to paint on again. So if you want to get rid of the grit of your canvas, you can always apply a few layers of geisha, give it a light sanding in between. I don't have sanding paper, so I just really smooth it out very carefully while applying and allow the layers to dry. So I think there's about 4 layers of geisha on here that I've really spattled down with my palette knives. So then I basically went in with a number of acrylic inks because they're so vibrant and beautiful. I started the yellow area with a lemon yellow and then sort of moved to a yellow orange acrylic ink. I then moved to a very bright orange, almost cadmium level. I then used a processed magenta and also a pink magenta on the very outside corners. Then moving downwards, I started with a mauve, which is a purple with a bit of a red undertone. I then switched to a dark zinc purple, and finally at the bottom I have processed sienna, and or cyan. Don't know how to pronounce that. Yes, cyan. So that's just a beautiful blue. And I use a lot of water spray and my goat mop brush to really give myself a very thin glaze. And I really carefully work that in a very horizontal fashion, as you can see here, all the way down to give myself a nice blend of color. And now in this episode, you basically see me coming round again with some pastel acrylic paints that's also quite thinned out with water. I'm really just spraying water here with a thin fine mister, and then I'm using my coat brush to blend these colors together. So all I'm really doing is preparing a background of a sunset or a morning sunrise over the lily pond, and later you'll see me bring in the horizon line as well. So for now, I just want you to enjoy me creating a beautiful background for my water lily painting, and you will see me add a few layers to really create some beautiful depth and a beautiful misty kind of feeling. So I'm using a lot of my student grade acrylics here. It's really not expensive stuff, but you will see the sort of cheaper stuff gives me a little bit more of a glossy finish, because that's sort of how they tend to balance out the pigments versus the price. But I quite like that because it sort of gives me a shimmer that will indicate, the reflection properties of the water. So just sit back, relax, enjoy, and just see how I basically create a background for my lotus painting. I'll see you guys in the next episode where we will begin to bring in that focus. I'll see you guys then. Enjoy! I'm adding some depth here to my blue by using a complementary color of orange. I literally dripped a few drops of the bright orange acrylic ink into my phthalo blue, which I'm using down here. And that is giving me a bit of a muted, stronger and darker blue tone that helps me give some depth to this part of the painting. Here you can see I've used a masking tape over the canvas in a horizontal fashion to just indicate where the horizon line of this body of water will be. And I'm also going to now use a zinc white glaze to just lighten up the water reflection area, and this will also give me a bit of contrast between the sky where the sun is rising or setting and the body of water, which will be our main area of focus. So I'm just working in some zinc white here with a thin glaze, and I'm also using my goat mop brush to blend it all in. I've decided to play with a bit of a white spray paint. So I'm just putting up these paper protection sheets. I put all the press stick on one of these papers, so I had to take it down again. Anyway, just to protect that top part of my painting, I don't want to lose any of the vibrancy and intensity there, and I don't want these particles to go all over the place. So I'm going to use this white spray paint to further matte this down and to give a beautiful speckled but very soft and diffused kind of ground for me to work on. You'll also see me accentuating sort of the highlight area where the sunlight will be reflecting on the water surface.